Welcome, everyone. My name is Alexandra. I'll be your host for today. Thank you for joining our webinar on exploring RLM, a comparison with Salesforce CPQ and a path forward. And I'll be your host. And whenever you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And now, without any further ado, let me introduce our amazing speakers, Maria Soviak and Yuri Lompert. Maria, over to you.
Thank you, Alexandra. I hope you can hear you well. Alexandra, let me know if there is going to be any issues with the voice. But all good? Okay, so let's start. And today I'm really excited to host this webinar and talk about the revenue lifecycle management. First of all, because personally, I just love to explain, simplify, and position things that might seem a bit complicated and confusing, which I feel is happening right now with the new Salesforce product. And second of all, because having an extensive experience working with the CPQ and other managed packages among the revenue lifecycle management, we really see how this drives success for the business. So thought that would be a great idea to share our thoughts, insights about the path forward. And yeah, excited to kick off things here. First of all, thank you everyone for joining us today, for spending your time with us. And also a big thank you to our customers and partners. We appreciate the journey of advancing businesses with Salesforce and providing something that makes your business and your personal lives much easier and effective. So there are two of us today talking, and I would love to introduce Yuri first. Yuri Lompert is our amazing CPQ and RLM expert. He is really a technical wizard for being working with CPQ for around 3 years. He's 13 times certified in various of Salesforce products. He builds comprehensive CPQ RLM architectures. And aside of that, aside of work, he's just a simple guy who builds and rides then his own e-bikes, which is really exciting as for my opinion.
Thank
Yuri?
you, Maria, for a great introduction. But yeah, this is honor to introduce you actually. So meet the Maria Soviak, our account executive. She has 9+ years of experience in business development, marketing expertise, and I know that you are really proud of this point that you are a marathoner and a running coach. And also you really love dogs. I love cats, also dogs, but you more dogs. So please, Maria, walk us through to the next steps.
Thank you, Yuri, about that. Yes, if anyone else here loves running as I love it, just tell me that. Ping me after that in the chat. About us shortly as a company and why we decided to take a mic today and why we decided we can talk about the CPQ and RLM now. This is because being on the market for more than 11 years, we started from the outstaff and outsource and having quite a large team of more than 100 developers. What enabled us with a really extensive and deep experience, not just technical knowledge, but translating this technical knowledge into the business value for the businesses. If talking about CPQ specifically, we have been implemented for coding for more than 6,000 hours here, and Yuri knows this as no one else. And really proud that this brings us to the perfect customer satisfaction rate, which is open for everyone to look at. As a Salesforce Summit partner, which is the highest tier of partnership with Salesforce, we communicate with Salesforce a lot. We have access to the knowledge, all of the updates, insights that Salesforce rolls out, and we are proud to look into it first and then translate for the businesses. we are working with pretty much all of the Salesforce product, but again, like our expertise in more complex solution like CPQ, RLM, Field Service Lightning, MuleSoft, Data Cloud, now it's Agentforce. So would be helpful to talk more about any of the products, answer any of your questions. In the end of the session, we will have a Q&A, so please feel free to jump in with anything you had in your mind. Yeah, talking about revenue lifecycle management today, how it actually brings value for the business and for your day-to-day operations specifically. We will talk a bit about the differences between CPQ and RLM, because yes, many businesses from our discussion with them find it confusing. Yuri prepared amazing demo to show you the revenue lifecycle management inside out, and Q&A in the end, as I said. I know that we have allocated like half an hour slot here. The demo that we prepared was so amazing that we might be actually a bit over time with the Q&A in the end. Don't worry, like we will send you the, if you have to leave, we will send you the recording afterwards. If you can stay, you are very welcome. Let's cut it to the deal. There are so many definitions right now. RCA, Revenue Cloud, RLM, CPQ, are they all the same, or what's the difference? If not, basically, as Salesforce great and developing world-changing technology, they're also great in renaming things. So that's what happened here. If you go now into Salesforce resources, you will see that the Revenue Cloud product on the website is called Revenue Cloud or Revenue Lifecycle Management. From our discussions with Salesforce recent and also from the very recent Salesforce webinar itself, they confirmed that they renamed it now to the Revenue Cloud Advanced. This would be the new name of the product. It's just not that out to the world for now. So basically, when you hear RCA, it's the same what is Revenue Cloud, it's the same what is Revenue Lifecycle Management. CPQ, though, Configure Price Quote, is a different thing and is previously a managed package. I love to kind of differentiate these two names and saying that Revenue Cloud Advanced is a product. So that's basically a tool that we implement and we set up for the business. Revenue Lifecycle Management, though, is a kind of more of the strategic framework for the businesses that includes the tool itself, capabilities, workflows, and everything that the platform RCA provides to you. Salesforce didn't just like roll out the new product. So before doing that, they conducted a lot of the research with their previous products like CPQ, billing, contract management to identify the gaps and to bridge those gaps, providing the seamless end-to-end experience. This came out to the Revenue Cloud Advanced product, and this happened because of the requests from the businesses. Businesses now grow, their needs grow, especially what comes to the quoting, to the billing, and RCA addresses the growing complexity of these modern revenue models by combining CPQ capabilities for just quoting, and then it comes to the complex subscription management, billing management, revenue recognition tools, contract management. Basically, the full direct lead to cash process is happening in revenue lifecycle management. And I really think with all of the update that Salesforce provides, it is the next generation solution built for Salesforce, built from Salesforce. I'm working with businesses to identify the need, to find what fits best for them. And Revenue Cloud Advanced is the product for the users who are seeking growth, who are planning the expanding, who have complex billing needs, who needs financial compliance. So Revenue Cloud Advanced will answer to all of these needs. The market is really competitive, businesses really need to think about the service they provide and how they provide it. So two of the main, I would say, business advantages that Revenue Cloud provides is faster time to market and customer-centric focus. Yes, so CPQ capabilities previously, and CPQ still remains with Salesforce, it doesn't go anywhere, is amazing. But talking about Revenue Cloud Advanced, since everything is happening now, built on the core platform, which means the unified journey from the lead to revenue recognition and forecasting is happening at one platform. From the technical perspective, it's also much more advanced than it was previously. It also eliminates the need for additional services, like for the billing, for example, or contract management. And this gives the faster time to market and customer-centric focus. If talking about what are the benefits for the business itself, for the team who is working with Revenue Cloud Advanced, so that would be amazing user interface. So I'm personally a business user, and I do not like really technical, complicated user interface. Salesforce with Revenue Cloud solve this problem, and it provides really great user interface. And within this user interface, the cross-functional collaboration for the team also comes really easy. Let's say contract management piece, lawyers have to be included, the financial team, sales, approvals, processes, it all happens seamlessly within Revenue Cloud. For the business owners, it provides end-to-end revenue visibility. In the real time, the whole life cycle, helping to actually do the strategic decision-making. What is also great about the Revenue Lifecycle Management is the automation, the level of automation it provides, because all of the things like renewal management for the customer, the transparent billing and accurate, with the reduced manual mistakes, it all happens with much more assurance that your customer receive everything correctly and in time. Again, this comes to the faster delivery time and a better satisfaction rate for the customers, and enable your team to do more of the strategic work and produce more revenue for the business. Talking about the suggested KPIs to think about in the future, I would say this would be renewal rates, customer satisfaction, quote to cash time, and time to contract closure. We are working mostly with businesses like manufacturing, high tech, consumer goods, and professional services. Those are businesses that mostly need renewal management, usage-based billing, complex billing models. Like first it starts from the free trial, then it goes to the usage-based or one-time purchases. So this is where I know that RLM would definitely be the best choice for them. Now, if the piece that is really confusing and is CPQ and RLM. Yes, there is not much of the information for now about the what is what. Again, they just renamed things recently. But as you can see on this structure now, CPQ is just to simplify things here. CPQ is only one component of the whole life cycle that Revenue Cloud offers. So now having the Revenue Cloud Advanced, you can start from the product service design. CPQ would be just the third step and end with the Revenue Lifecycle Intelligence. I would love here to talk more about the amazing features that they provided for each of these steps. For example, contract management. So it actually has AI capabilities for generating clauses based on the requirements. It enables, again, this easy cross-functional, cross-team collaboration. But we don't have the whole time here for me to dive into every of these topics in details. If you have any questions, I would love to talk with you later about this, because we did spend a lot of time to research how the Revenue Cloud Advanced will provide value and what is new and what is also coming, because not everything has been rolled out to the Revenue Cloud Advanced. What is also great about Revenue Cloud Advanced is the low management need. So once it's set up properly, the maintenance piece is not that High, I would say, as it was with CPQ, because CPQ was a managed package. Now the Revenue Cloud is built on core. So yes, the main difference is that the CPQ portion is tailored for the quoting process specifically. And yes, we are able to have additional contract management or billing as additional managed packages. Revenue Cloud, though, includes it all with a simple user interface and low management requirements later. In terms of the data, is it the same or what's the difference? So talking about the data, and Yuri definitely can share later more, there are some core similarities. So things like products, price books, quotes, those objects would be the same. And these overlap, yes, it does help to streamline migration further. If you are already on the CPQ and planning to expand to RCA. But because RCA is much more than CPQ and includes additional objects and fields to support the full revenue lifecycle, such as billing, revenue recognition, contract renewal details, it does need more implementation and configuration in the beginning. So therefore, there is some degree of overlap, but if you're planning to shift, this means that everything has to be strategized first, and this is where we come to the data mapping. So for the data mapping, this is extremely important piece. The migration has to be thoroughly thought about. The structure that you had in CPQ will not entirely work in RCA. Again, it has to be reconfigured with RLM billing structure to ensure that they align with all of the RLM functionality, because you don't want to use the only one piece that RLM provides, right? Like the CPQ, you can stay with CPQ or just buy CPQ. If you decide to go with this much more advanced tool, that would need a bit more configuration in the beginning, but in the future, it's because it's built on core, it doesn't need a lot of maintenance. And here, I think it's a great step to pass over to Yuri. He will share his screen with the demo of the Revenue Cloud Advanced new product, and really excited to see what you have there, Yuri.
Thank you, Maria. So let's jump to share my screen. So can you stop sharing yours so I can take over?
Yes, absolutely. Done.
Okay, thank you. So let me find a proper window. Yeah. I hope you can see my screen. Everything is good. So before we jump into actual live demo in RCA, so let's talk a little bit of pillars that Revenue Cloud is consist of, right? So we have composable enterprise product catalog, basically product catalog management and pricing. So now we can organize and manage whole product in more structural manner, and we can ensure that consistency. We also have different attributes. We can classify products by product classification, meaning they can inherit those attributes and easily be created with it. So, and we also can have simple and bundle product as we had previously with the CPQ. We have rules management, so we can have qualification rules which tells you so which product to which account you can actually select, and you can streamline your managing of those products. So let's take a look how it looks like in Salesforce. So here you can see a product to record. So basically this is a standard product that previously you used in Salesforce CPQ as well. So nothing different as of now, but just few like new fields. Maybe is it assetable, right? So is it create assets? Yes. Is it product type bundle? Yes, in this case. But what is really important to see here is actually a visual structure of the product itself, of the bundle. So here you can see that this bundle consists of 3 product groups. So previously it was product features, and now it groups. Basically, it contains of 3 groups: solar panels, inverter, and batteries. So in each of them, you have your products, right? So basically options. And you can specify the sequence, you can specify, for example, is it required this component, is the price included or not, min and max quantity for each of them. So these visual representations give you ability to easily understand the bundle structure, maintain this, and actually make some changes to this. So this is a great improvement, I would say, from previous Salesforce CPQ, where you need to jump to related steps and trying to understand what the structure of this product. And now let's see how those products are actually can be added to the quote. So even though if you have a product, you have a price book, right? Price book entry for that product, basically. So what is new here is that you need to specify a product selling model. So how will you sell those products? And in this case, we have options here. You can either sell this as a one-time product. Also, you can sell the same product quarterly, monthly on a term base. And this is really cool because if you have such a case when you sell product is different selling model, now you can accommodate this within your RTA. And another important thing that how those products are actually look like on a quote, you need to add those products to the catalog first. So we have different catalogs, right? For example, I have Solar 2024, and each catalog have a categories, right? So this you will see when we'll be adding a product. So we have a different categories, and some categories have even subcategories. So this allows you to create a proper product catalog when you specify your product as you wish to, right? So you can set actually order. So if I go to any category and, for example, go to a related list, you see here a product, and you can even assign more product as this, and that will show on a quote. So this is it for our product catalog management. So now I would like to move to another big pillar. So this is Salesforce pricing. So for the pricing part, here we have a quote. We have now customizable pricing procedure. So previously we had a price waterfall when all the calculation happens, and now it's a price procedure that is really customizable. So we have price adjustment tiers, we have attributes based pricing, we have contract pricing as it was in Salesforce CPQ. Also, we have bundle adjustment. All of that is here. So also we have usage-based pricing that we can leverage within Salesforce CPQ, recently added on October's release. So this is also cool. So we getting like parity with Salesforce CPQ managed packet now and RCA. So what is curious here is that we can hover over, for example, for net unit price, and we can see our calculation details. So it's a simple example. So we only have like price book entries, then we apply manual discount, and we get like net units price. But if you like create like tiering pricing or have usage-based pricing, you will have more rows in here, and everything is really explainable when you just hover over on specific product and you get this information right away. You don't need to guess what's happening on the back end, how the price came in, what discounts applied or whatever. And another cool feature that our pricing procedure actually now a flow. So if this is not something hiding on a backend that you will need like to have a developer working with this, maybe go to JavaScript and create some custom logic that happened, I would say, really often with our customer, because like they have different pricing strategic, and sometimes, a lot of times, you didn't have like sufficient tools to implement this, and you need to go to really custom, and then we build JavaScript that called QCP script basically in Salesforce CPQ. But now all we need to do is actually go to this flow, add like new element. You can have like aggregate pricing, you can have attribute-based pricing, so even formula-based pricing, so you can create any formula you wish and get that price. So this is really cool. So everything that you need is just right in the flow, and this is declarative tool. So let's move forward to next pillar. So let's talk about Salesforce product configuration and how it looks like. So here you can see my quote, and basically what I need to do in order to add some product, I usually click on Browse Catalog. So this is a catalog that we previously saw, for example, Solar 2024. And you see here is our categories: inverter, panels, batteries, maintenance, all the stuff here. And by default, you see all products. So you can scroll to all products, select any of them, or you can go to specific categories that you created and just select and add them. So I will select one bundle product, right? And here we can easily add, for example, to the quote, or we can go and configure this. So this will launch another screen flow that is configuration flow. So we can see here our previously features and now group, solar panels, and inverter batteries. Also, we have options, so we can change a quantity and we can add some more. And you see there is no pricing because instant pricing is disabled. We can update pricing manually, or we can enable instant pricing. And on the right and you will see a summary of all the products that you select within this bundle. So basically it's like a card. So you just go shopping, right? So you put this product, you customize it as you want, and that's it. So you just click save and exit, and you configure that bundle. And now we can add this to the quote itself and save those quotes. So also we can have like all this, for example, validation if you want to have like warnings when you combine some different product or any custom action regarding this in this flow. So basically, so it's a screen flow, right? Again, it's really simple. It's a user-friendly. I wish that we will have like some preview of this, but still we have only names. But yeah, that's what we have here. And we can easily add, for example, I don't know, like text field, right? So we want to have a text and write something in this. You just drag and drop, save, and you go activate. And what more important, that you could have like multiple configuration flow and you assign this flow to different products. So in this way, you can have different product configuration flow for different product if you want to, right? So give you a flexibility to play around with this as you wish. Okay, so now let's move to the next step. So this would be our transaction line editor, previously known as a quote line editor. So basically, this is the thing that you see here. It's really looking like a spreadsheet, and Salesforce tried to make it exactly similar to this because people used to use spreadsheet and they want to have a visual representation of that. So what we can do here, we can add product, we can change a quantity right away, we can apply some discount. So basically everything that you wanted to have in quote editor is here. And with a recent update in October, we have option to group items with different groups. You can do this manually, or also you can do this automatically, group by some field, for example, field value, and you have automatic grouping. For adding the product, we can either go to Browse Catalog, or you can just simply look for the product here, and you can add them as well in such way. And if you want to reconfigure any line, you just go to configuration. So if it's a bundle product, and you can change whatever is needed to change. So this transaction management tool is actually available also for order. So we have like kind of the same tool used in different places. And by the way, anything like here is actually API based. So it's really heavily on API, which means that you can leverage this API to call and build whatever customization you want. And you can create add product from external systems. So that's actually really helpful. And a lot of customer has this when you come in and your quote actually created from external system. That also an option here. What is interesting here, so let's go through our quote, and let's say that this quote is good, and we accept this, and we move forward to the order, right? So let's say that we create a quote, we have everything in place. By the way, Salesforce now using Omni Studio for generating a document, and that allows you also to have really customizable view of those documents, and that can be tailored to your needs as you wish. But what's really cool features I want to show you is actually called dynamic revenue orchestration. So now I go ahead and create an order to see how this looks like. So previously we had a flow only, like we created a quote, send it to the customer. That was basically almost it for Salesforce CPQ. Then could come like kind of billing part, and we don't know what happened next. But it's not actually the end of the deal, right? So even though if you created, for example, quote, you have your customer, say the grid, you have your money, but then you have an order that you need to deliver, right? And maybe you have some steps, right? For example, warehouse need to pick up this details, then send to some another place, and some action could need to be happened. And for that, we have now dynamic revenue orchestration. So let's go ahead to orders and actually see how this looks like. So let's go to orders, and let's say all orders, and recently created this one. So here you have your transaction line editor, as well as we have a quote. And what is interesting here, we have a fulfillment. We have a fulfillment plan, and we have fulfillment lines. So what we able to do now, we can actually decompose any product. Meaning, so if you sell something like as a sale, right? And for example, it's one product, but maybe from technical perspective, it's not actually one. It consists of 3 or even 5 different products that somebody need to pick up, put together, and then send to the customer. So in this case, RCA allow us what called decomposition of the product. So our product actually becomes not just one product for from technical perspective, but maybe 2 or 3, then can go to our ERP system or warehouse when you people pick up and put all this thing together in order to make that order. So that is a really cool feature. And let me just go to fulfillment order, and I will show you how it's look like. For example, for different quote, and let's see, order. Okay, we need to click the submit order. Then it submits the order, and on the back end, it should create our fulfillment plan, because now we have a complex product, and since Revenue Cloud is a new out here, and there is still some part in development. For example, for bundle, we have some limits what you can actually decompose. So let me show on this order. So we have our solar panel, which actually decompose to solar panel maintenance. So meaning that when sales actually sell this, so we have only this product appear. But from technical perspective, it's actually more than that. So it required maintenance in this case, but it could be a lot more. And you can imagine the whole different scenarios that could apply to your business. And another part that we have something called fulfillment plan. That actually those steps that needs to be taken in order to actually finish the order. So it could be a manual task, as in this case, for example, but also it can do some call out. So imagine that you started an order, there is a notification warehouse, so they completed their part and assemble everything. So basically it makes like complete a stage, and you go to another stage that can be a manual task, maybe automation, you can call a flow, you can call external system. So everything like here is possible, and you can create those steps like to support your business process. And I think that it's a really cool feature because it's allow you to have like the full process and be in control what's happening and to see where's your order actually now. So, and now let's move to features that I didn't show because of the time, but I would want to discuss. So we have a Salesforce contract, and this was actually a standalone product, but now came in a package within in one place with RCA. So we can create our contracts, generate a document using Microsoft 365. We can have AIs that help us create our flows and help us create those documents. So it's really now user-friendly and fast way to do so. And we have like context mapping. So this field allow you to map any information from any object to your contract and pull that information, put in proper place, and make sure that everything stays the same. So also what we have in this Revenue Cloud, we have Revenue Cloud Billing that came out on October. And with this feature, we actually kind of finishing process of going through lead to cash. So if we previously had only like quote to cash, that with Salesforce CPQ and billing, so now we have a full process in place, starting from the lead, and you create an opportunity, quote, you add your products, you configure, you create an order, you deliver the stuff, you have a contract, everything in place, and then you can even renew, amend. So you have those tools that allows you to actually go from very lead to place where you actually collect money. So this is really amazing, I think. And Revenue Cloud is now much more than just CPQ. It have like 7 pillars or more, and we will see more and more enhancement in the future release. So stay tuned for that. So thank you. That was it for my demo. And how to you, Maria?
Yeah, thank you. I'm just gonna quickly wrap up things here in terms of any tool should bring value for the business. And speaking about long-term ROI and value realization from the Revenue Cloud Advanced, the first of all, by automating revenue-related tasks, and not only for the sales team, we are talking here about sales operations team, as Yuri showed us, how it simplifies the work order management, finance team. It really lower the costs and reduce the manual mistakes. This all in the end comes to the revenue growth and forecasting. You can have better visibility, you can have more accurate forecasts, leading to better strategic planning. And because of all of the cost savings and automations, the streamlined workflows, these often lead to cost savings, reduced revenue leakage, and higher renewal rates with your customer. The happier customer, the better service, the longer they will stay with you, meaning higher LTV. So the whole experience that your customers are going through, seamless billing, quote, contract process, this all contributes to better customer satisfaction, and even this something that all of the businesses are trying to achieve, and spending a lot of time and effort on this. That's it. We hope that was helpful, and we are open to any of your questions now. Again, if you have any questions or comments afterwards, please feel free to reach out to us. We're really glad to discuss RLM because we believe in the product and we really see how this advance businesses. So are there different pricings for RCA? I assume in terms of speaking, comparing to CPQ. So currently, the RCA price is actually the Revenue Cloud, Revenue Lifecycle Management pricing, which is the only one tier available, and it is currently $200 per user per month. So CPQ had and has two options, CPQ and CPQ Plus. There is no information right now if they're gonna rolling out moving forward the RCA, if they will add different tiers. I hope so, really, because the tool is quite advanced and has a lot of features, so it might be beneficial to create like different options for different needs. I hope that answered the question. Okay. I think, Alexandra, if we have no more other questions, we can wrap up the session and share the recording with people afterwards. Really appreciate your time and being here with us.
I think we're good for today. Thank you so much. Thank you for such a great presentation. Thank you all once again for joining our webinar today. And stay tuned for our next series, and the recording will be sent to you shortly afterwards. So once again, thank you all and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Bye.